Alright guys, today's a really exciting day for me because we finally got our first piece of next-gen technology in my hands here. This is the DualSense controller for the PlayStation 5. We're going to unbox it, give you guys my first impressions of how it feels, how it compares to the PlayStation 4 DualShock controller. But this is the very first step into our next-gen experience here. Of course, we're going to have a lot more videos. I have the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 pre-ordered. Hopefully coming on day one. Of course, it's pre-ordered online through Amazon. And with those emails that they sent out, we have no idea how that's going to go. But hopefully, considering how fast I pre-ordered, we do have those on day one. And I get to share you guys my experiences really shortly thereafter and show you guys, what we can expect from these consoles and how they differ. But for today, we're looking at the DualSense controller. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so here we are with the PlayStation 5 controller. I'm excited to take a look at this and unbox this with you guys. The start of next gen is here. Even though I got this a lot earlier than I was supposed to, it's still exciting because I get to see what the PlayStation 5 controller looks like, feels like. And I can't wait because, earlier reviews have already come out of the controller itself and talking about how good the feedback is, like the haptic feedback. In the controller itself and in the trigger, so I can't wait to experience that in the games because everyone's kind of raving about it already, and it's nothing like we felt before in games, so that makes me really excited for PlayStation 5 for sure. Something that's obviously different than what Xbox has, so it's always good to get differences on the system. So let's go ahead and unbox this. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Open this up here, and if you guys want to see what the back says here. It says, heighten your senses, discover a deep, highly immersive gaming experience that brings the action to life in the palms of your hands. So what I was just talking about, haptic feedback, feel more with physically responsive feedback to your in-game action. So that's the controller on the back and stuff. Then it has the adaptive triggers. Experience varying force and tension, which is really exciting. Built-in microphone for chat with online friends. And signature comforts. So pretty cool features, even though this controller obviously is now more expensive than it used to be. This used to be a controller that used to cost, $60. Now it's gone up. All right, so here we go. All right, put this to the side here. Comes in this white box. And here it is. We got the little instruction pamphlet here. No cables or anything, right? Nope, nothing, no USB cable or anything to charge. But here is the first next-gen piece of technology in the home, and this is pretty exciting. Be a lot more exciting if I could actually do something with it besides just holding it. But yeah, this feels very different than the other one. There's some nice texture on the back that gives it more of a grip. Triggers feel good. L1 and R1 or feel good. Those feel good. But here's the actual look of this controller in person here. So you can see what the front looks like there. And then the back. Now, it's got the share button over here. It's got the other menu button over here. It's got the analog sticks, of course, that feel nice in your hands. I do like the added texture. It has like some more texture on the top of these analog sticks here. So when you grip them, it has a different, it almost has like the little grip silicone things that people used to put all over on top of their controller. Kind of feels just like that. The D-pad kind of feels like a D-pad should. Nothing very different than what the other D-pads were. The buttons have a little bit of a different feel. It seems like it doesn't go in as much as the other PlayStation controller, as the DualShock 4, but it still feels good. Yeah, so this feels really, really good. It's got the speaker hole right there for the sounds. This is of course, the touchpad right here in the center that you can touch. USB-C charging for this. So it does have USB-C charging now, so that's good. All our cables are finally being unified, so we don't have to have a bunch of different cables for a bunch of different systems, even though for someone like me, I'm always going to have that, because I obviously collect retro consoles and video games. But good to see that this is back to the USB-C. Then, of course, we had the headphone jack there at the bottom if you want to connect your headphones, which is good. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited to get my hands onto the PlayStation 5 and with this controller. Unfortunately, it's not going to be features that we can actually talk about today. because you can't connect this to a console because I don't have one. But I'm excited to dive in and take a look at this because of these adaptive triggers that make you feel like tension and stuff when you're doing certain actions in the game, and the actual feedback, haptic feedback in the controller itself makes me really excited, especially with the early impressions that people were talking about. So let's go ahead and put these side by side with the PlayStation 4 controller so you guys can see it. Here's the DualShock 4 here, the PlayStation 4 controller here, and here is the other one right next to it, so it gives you guys a good feel of what they look like here in the front. So you can even see, if you kind of look at both of the controllers here, you can see that there's more give, if you guys can see that on camera, on these buttons, that it gets higher up than these one. They're a little bit more flatter, so that's why it feels a little bit different. Like when you're pressing them side by side, the buttons have more of a feel down than these do, but they still feel good regardless. It's just a different feel to it than the other ones do. The analog sticks, like I said, have a more grippy feel, it feels like. This one, like the new one, has more of a grip feel on it, even though it's similar texture. This one feels like it has more grip on it. The PlayStation logo obviously changed. You can see in the center here that it's now a PlayStation logo as opposed to this one here, how they changed the logo design in the center of the controller. And if you look at the triggers here, you can see that the triggers, these are a little bit differently shaped. The L1 and R1 are definitely larger in size as far as hitting them, so it's easier to hit than the original ones. So that's good. The touchpad obviously got a little bit bigger as well. And yeah, that's basically the difference of both of these. I mean, they both look really, really solid regardless, as we've known with the DualShock 4 controller for a while. But really, really excited, like I said, for next gen. And this controller is just a starting piece to it. I pre-ordered my consoles from Amazon, both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So I am hoping that these will get here in time, because obviously Amazon sent that email to everyone. It's not like to select people, but everyone got that email saying, hey, you may not get yours on day one. Hopefully I'm not in that camp. I pre-ordered mine pretty goddamn fast when it got on there. So hopefully I'm in the camp that gets it on day one. So look forward to a lot more videos. I got this thing. We got the consoles coming in. I got the Pulse headset coming in for the PlayStation 5. So we're going to be doing, a lot of good videos to show you guys the interfaces on both of them, how smooth it is on the Xbox and stuff. We're going to be doing some of that. PlayStation 5, I'm excited to take a look at that interface. We saw a little bit of it already with the dash guide that they did. I'm actually a person who gets really excited about new interfaces and stuff. I actually wish that the Xbox was more different than what the other ones are. I understand that they want to keep the line the same, but I actually hope that they did a just complete redesign. Only not because what their design isn't good, because I like the Xbox interface, but just because as a me person, I like new interfaces when something comes out. It makes it feel more fresh and new as opposed to something you are just playing to play games. So the PlayStation 5 having all these cool new features on their dashboard and a whole different look actually makes me more excited for the day one experience for the PlayStation 5 just because of that reason. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see how both of them stack up. We'll see how the graphics look on both. And yeah, I'm excited to dive into that. So stay tuned for this channel. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get all these new notifications for videos. We have a lot of VR content coming up in the next week and a half. And then we'll have a lot of content towards Xbox and the new PlayStation 5 for the next couple of weeks after that. So some exciting stuff coming out for both these systems. So we'll see how it goes. If you guys have any questions about today's video, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie, gaming tech. Eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.